Eddie Gonzalez. I'm a senior account executive here at New Horizons Learning Group. And through my experience, I've been working in the industry for about 18 years now, going on 19. And what I found that most budget allocators struggle with sometimes is making sure they execute on their planned budget. In most cases, what we'll do is we'll help encumber those funds this year so you can leverage them for next fiscal year, which allows you to execute on your budget that you originally planned for, and you're able to bring value to your workforce by providing them with some professional development. One example is I have an agency right now that they've last year needed to go through this process where they needed to allocate money for training. They weren't really sure the scope of work, and so they decided to pay for it up front. That way they can execute on budget. And then the next fiscal year, we were able to look at what scope of work we can implement. And so we started finding out that they're going to need more budget, which leads me to this year. So now they're looking to allocate an additional amount of dollars to this project, which by that way they're going to encumber the funds. And so we're actually going to implement it next fiscal year, which starts in July, and it'll be for several on-sites. But the scope of work is still a little, it's a work in progress. So, but they do know that they want to allocate dollars towards training, and which enables them to do that when they work through us with learning credits. The training survey essentially is what it does is it helps clients implement training proactively. Most clients tend to focus on reactionary type training. In other words, someone needs some Excel training, so they'll call human resources, and people react to that. When I work with managers, I tell them, look, most of the time, employees are not going to volunteer and let you know that they don't know certain things. You know, especially if they put it on their resume that they know Excel. They're not going to volunteer and say, hey, listen, I don't know how to operate pivot tables. So when you send out a survey, you're essentially eliminating the fear factor. So they can actually click on it. It takes a few minutes. They can check on what they think they need. And then we give you the raw data, and then you can evaluate that and say, okay, well, all right, well, it's kind of dead on what I thought, or this is interesting. I didn't realize this is what was going on. And then we can have an intelligent conversation about how to execute on that need. So at the very least, what it does is it gives you insight on what the users perceive they need, so you can compare it to what you as a manager think they need. When it comes to working with budget allocators, I've seen it, and we have the solutions here at New Horizons Learning Group.